Barack Obama stands at a fundraiser, pulls out a manila folder, and drops a bombshell on JD Vance. Inside, a shockingly low GPA, a diversity admit from a program he's attacked, and a recommendation letter praising his compelling personal narrative. JD Vance's secrets, about to be exposed for the world to see. The lights snap on across America's living rooms. It's 11:35, and somewhere in a Yale Law School administrative office, a filing cabinet just burst into flames of its own accord. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. Tonight, the joke delivered itself to our doorstep like a pizza we didn't order, but absolutely wanted. The joke rang our doorbell, walked into our living room, sat down on our couch and said, "Hey, you want to hear something hilarious about JD Vance's Yale law degree?" And America collectively leaned forward and said, "Yes, we do." Before we dive into this masterpiece of public humiliation, I need you to understand that I am not making any of this up. This is real. Barack Obama was giving a speech at a fundraiser in Chicago last week. Standard stuff. And then someone in the audience shouts out a question about JD Vance constantly attacking elite institutions while having attended Yale Law School. Now, a normal politician would have given a diplomatic answer, but Barack Obama is not a normal politician. Barack Obama is a man who plays the long game. And so with the casual energy of a man about to detonate a nuclear weapon while discussing the weather, Obama smiled, reached into his jacket pocket, and pulled out a simple, Staples brand manila folder.
It has been a constant stream of gripes and grievances that's actually been getting worse now that he's afraid of losing to Kamala. There's the childish nicknames, the crazy conspiracy theories.
The room went quiet. "I've been holding on to this for a while," Obama said, flashing that smile that says, "I am about to ruin someone's entire career." When you spend 8 years as president, you make certain connections. Sometimes those people send you certain things. Like, oh, I don't know, the academic records of one James David Vance. The gasp that went through that room could have powered a wind turbine. Obama opened the folder and flipped through pages with the energy of a man reading a grocery list. First, he said, "Let's talk about admission." According to these records, JD Vance was admitted to Yale Law School through what the admissions committee internally referred to as the Geographic Diversity Initiative. He let that hang in the air. For those who don't speak Ivy League, that means JD Vance got into Yale on what we might call affirmative action for appellations. The irony is so thick you could spread it on toast. JD Vance has spent his career attacking these exact programs, yet here he is, the beneficiary of the very system he claims is unfair.
You know what, I was watching him talk, you know what I thought to myself is, agree or disagree, and obviously I disagreed with about 99% of what he did when he was in office. He had substance and Kamala Harris does not. Like, he actually had thoughts in his head, and what a contrast that is to Kamala Harris, who just repeats slogan after slogan after slogan.
But Obama wasn't done. He flipped to another page. Second, let's talk about academic performance. JD Vance graduated with a grade point average of 2.87. The room went silent. At Yale Law School, a 2.87 is basically a cry for help. It means professors were actively avoiding eye contact with you. Obama continued, "I'm just saying that maybe if you're going to spend your career talking about excellence and meritocracy, you should have grades that reflect something other than barely scraped by. Maybe you shouldn't write a best-selling memoir about rising to the top of the intellectual elite if your transcript looks like an error code." Then came the attendance records. JD Vance missed on average 43% of his classes during his second year, Obama read. JD Vance wrote a book called Hillbilly Elegy about the value of hard work while skipping nearly half his classes. That's not grit. That's a man who figured out the minimum amount of effort required to pass and then did slightly less than that.
It's not conservative. It sure isn't normal. It's radical. It's a vision that says the protection of our power and those who back us is all that matters, even when it hurts the country.
Then came the final blow of the initial reveal. Obama pulled out a recommendation letter. JD Vance's post-graduation employment was secured through a letter by a Yale professor who later admitted in a private email, "I'm recommending this student not because he showed any particular aptitude for the law, but